One of the more interesting interviews we've ever done, and I really mean that. And I actually texted Shane afterwards, and I thanked him for telling the story because I feel like he's probably told it a billion times now. But it's our first chance to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, and it's a very interesting story. If you're into comedy, if you're into the dynamic in the world right now of like PC culture and outrage culture and all that, it's a very interesting story, and it's told from a very level-headed point of view from a very funny guy. So let's get into it. Shane Gillis on KFC Radio. Let's talk to him.
Dude, remember the porn stars I was thinking about the other day? You remember Spring Thomas?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thomas?
Yes.
I feel left out now. What the fuck? Spring
Yeah, she
Thomas.
used to like
She was like, she was a
only
pioneer,
fuck
dude.
black guys
Yes.
and like would
What?
like call him the N-word. It was a wild scene.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like they'd wear like Confederate flag shirts. It was.
Whoa, I don't remember all
boy.
that.
Oh, I remember. Her.
I mean, this girl is just like a crack whore.
No, she like when she was younger, she was like when she was just getting into the game. I think maybe the whole.
Oh no, let me see her now.
No, yeah, she was great there.
I mean, I would. There's something about that look, the blonde and tan with like the shitty
Yeah,
split ends.
yeah, but imagine back in like 08.
Yeah, it
08,
plays.
that was
It
like
plays.
that was great.
That's
Big
what you
time.
like. That was she was every single girl you saw on Girls Gone Wild.
I mean, look at this girl. This girl
She
is from the. I would say she works the corner, except she's in a trailer park and there are no corners. She just works the whole park.
That one's a rough one. That one's a good one. I'll
Yeesh.
give you that one. That one's tough.
Little trip down memory lane. We got Shane Gillis in the building. I heard you just won an award, huh?
Oh yeah,
Comedian
yeah,
of the
yeah.
year?
Comedian of the year, yeah.
You sound super honored about that.
Well,
man.
I think it might have been one of those things where they like give like a guy with Down syndrome prom king, or, like as a bit, the whole group is like, we'll pick that guy because I beat like Chappelle and Burr. Like, no, I wasn't the best comedian.
Well, like it's like the MVP awards. Like it should be LeBron every year, but we get tired. We got to mix it up, and that's not to say that the people who do win it aren't doing their thing.
No, I had a big year for a first year in New York for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, was your first year in New York?
Yeah, I just
did
moved
not know
here.
that.
Where you
Holy
come
shit.
from?
Philly.
Okay.
Philly. Moved up from Philly, from the middle of Pennsylvania to Philly, then New York.
I feel like that's like a kind of like a progression, right? Like the
Yeah,
farm
yeah,
system.
yeah.
You're in the minors, and you got called to the bigs.
Philly and Boston are good.
Starter.
Yeah, good starters.
What do you? How would you compare New York and LA? Like the West Coast podcasters and
the West Coast podcasters.
And, I mean, they're monsters and they're in the comedy and all that. I feel like there's not a rivalry, but there's two different like distinct types.
Yeah, I would say the major difference is they're all rich.
Yeah. Yep.
And
You know what I've always
How
said
does that
though?
happen? How are they?
Because
all
they
rich?
work with each other. They help each other get rich.
Yeah.
Here it's like, no, I need my stage time and I'm gonna be big. No. It's like
Yeah.
nobody's big enough to just help everybody else out.
Yeah, one of them. Rogan there is
Yes,
big enough.
yes.
He's so big he doesn't care who he puts on.
Right. He
He's
is,
just
and
like-
nobody's ever gonna like challenge him. So it's
yeah.
like it works.
So he's got zero ego. Meanwhile, everyone here, New York.
Competitive.
Fucking blows and it's competitive, so everyone's like, well, fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I got in trouble, everyone was like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
knew it,
sure
dude.
there was
I
some of
could
that, right?
feel it.
Really?
I could feel it, yeah, for sure.
Was there a change in the way people like treated you and
For
whatnot?
sure. There was like a 1 week where I was the fucking man. Because
Right.
all the comics knew I was getting SNL, so they were all like, yo, what up? Like, they were
Yeah.
excited to see me. And then a week later, they're like, how you doing? they're like
Man.
very excited to be like, are you feeling bad? I was like, no,
up,
dude. No, I don't care.
It's fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
But, like I kind of get it too.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Like,
not,
it's
not even
natural,
you in particular,
it's-
but like
yeah.
I just get like the resentment and the jealousy. Like
Yeah.
I feel it all.
Yeah,
all the
no,
time.
for
No,
sure.
I never-
I don't know if I'd ever be open about it. Like,
Yeah.
maybe
Well,
I'll
I just
hide
was,
it. You
so
know.
I,
Yeah.
I just said it on the podcast, so it's official for me.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. There's only so much time and money to go around, and you want to be on top. But
Yeah, everybody's jealous. I would
that's
have done.
fucked up.
I would have done the same. Like, there were people that
you guys are dicks.
there were comics that came out and talked shit like right away.
Yeah.
On me, and I couldn't be mad. I was like, I would have done the same. I would have done the same. Like, there were
Talk
some
shit how?
LA podcasters and shit. Like, New York guys knew me, but the LA people never saw me do stand up.
Yeah.
So they didn't know if I was funny.
Yeah.
So like right when all that shit happened, like some pretty big comics like came out right away and were like, well, this guy just sucks. That's the problem. And
Yeah, because like funny trumps all. So like
Yeah.
if you're making some edgy jokes, references, off color, whatever, and you're known as funny,
yeah,
it slides.
It's okay,
And if
yeah.
it's not, you can be perceived as maybe you're just doing it for shock value. Maybe you really are hateful. Maybe you are
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
Yeah, and that
but to
sucks.
not not figure that out, to not get to know that is kind of like stupid, you know?
Yeah, but again, I would have done it. I would
I
have.
I think that's. I do. We talk about that with everything. We're like, I'm not gonna research an opinion on this. I'm gonna look at this one thing and be like, fuck it, or it's awesome. It's one or the other.
Right.
I would have done the same.
Were you surprised by the reaction, the fallout, all of it?
I am still surprised that like it's still like a major, like it's in Time, like it's in like the New York Times, like it was in the New York Times like last week.
Really, still going?
Some article came out from like Apple News last night.
Oh, so you quote tweet that?
That was the only time I've ever responded was last night at like 1:40 a.m.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck these people, dude. And then as soon as
hats off to you for having the control,
dude. As soon as I responded, I was like, fuck. I was just sitting in my room like, oh fuck, they're gonna find other quotes immediately.
Dude, I did that like a couple of weeks ago. We were like getting in an argument about cancel culture. Us in this other podcast is the Minahan Show, and
oh yeah, by the way, those guys, I do support them.
Yeah, they.
Like,
so
I feel bad that I did this first. Don't
worry, cutting that out. Yeah. Obviously.
no,
they went to bat. So we got into it with them because we were basically like, that didn't surprise me. Like you were about to start a job at Channel 4 NBC network, and they found some shit. You saying some pretty off color stuff. That I feel like that's going to happen 100 out of 100 times.
Yeah.
And we are kind of the school of thought. We've been doing this a long time, so like all of us have. But we've been making edgy off color jokes and kind of getting in trouble for it. And like you're not canceled if it's. The whole cancel culture thing spiraled out of control the other direction in my mind. So we were kind of saying, like, it makes sense that NBC was like, listen, I don't know, we can't do that. And maybe there's more to the story that I don't know. No. But on the surface, it looked like they were going to hire a guy. There's some things that don't fly for a network channel. And so those are kind of the consequences. Whereas the Minahan Show, they will champion anybody at all times, no matter what the flaw it is. So I understand, liking them, having your back.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I mean, that's why I never really complained. Like, while I was getting fired, like while I was getting hired, I was like, "Are you guys fucking sure?"
Yeah. Like I would never even like apply.
I didn't apply.
How does that even?
I did not apply.
How does that work?
They saw me at JFL. And Comedy Central's Up Next, and they liked me, and so then they were like, my agents at the time were very like tied into SNL, like they had a lot of SNL people on their roster, so they were like friends with everybody there, and they were like, we can get you like, here's a writer's packet to fill out for SNL. If you don't know what that is, it's like
definitely not.
It's like a job application basically for one of these shows. Like they send you a stack of papers that's like write like 5 sketches with the current cast in these sketches. So like I don't know the fucking current cast.
You're the only guy I
know.
I'm
not gonna do that.
Yeah.
and so I just didn't do it. I was like, I'm not gonna ever get SNL. I don't want SNL. I don't care about that. I came here to do
That's
stand-up.
like the urban legend, like I didn't write anything on my college application. I just turned it in blank.
This is what a risk is.
For real.
This is guts.
Yeah, and then they saw me do stand-up a couple of times, and they were like, we just come in and audition. So I came right in to audition, which is like main stage in front of Lorne Michaels, in front of all the writers and shit, on the stage. Like I did stand-up on that stage. And again, the whole time I was there, I was like, I'm not gonna fucking get this.
Yeah.
Like I was in the green room.
Are you telling like clean jokes and like
no?
You're doing your shit.
First off,
right?
I told them. Yeah, I did a joke about like, I got on. I was like, Trump's funnier than almost everyone here. But it'd be funny if he got shot. Like it was a long. I wasn't like, hey, I'm a Republican, motherfuckers. But I was like, they are still pretty gay. Like a lot of the shit they're doing is like, I mean, they cried when Hillary lost.
That was crazy.
You're supposed to be calm.
When Kate McKinnon sung Hallelujah, and I mean, I was like, this is
brutal.
Fucking outer space, man. We are in another galaxy right now.
When I did my callback, which is where you come back in and like meet all the writers and shit, I was like, look, if I'm Cass, if Trump loses, please let me sing Hallelujah and cry as the cold open, please. But no, the whole time I was going through the audition, like, there's no way I'm going to be on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Like, never in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought, like, I'll be on Saturday Night Live.
Out of, like, reverence or just, like, not a right fit? Like, is SNL still like I can't believe I'm going to be on the SNL cast?
All right. For sure, I can't believe it. But also, like, I just knew I wasn't the right. I didn't think I was the right fit for it.
Yeah.
I never liked improv people. It's just like
I mean,
weird...
even in this 2-minute conversation already, I feel like it didn't seem like a natural fit.
No, but they've, maybe they're trying to swing back to when they used to have.
They could use you, by the way. Yeah,
when they used to have comics on.
Right. I was thinking that we were kind of talking about it beforehand, where I was almost like likening SNL to comics now as like college for people, where it's like the really successful people just didn't do it. Yeah. It was like I went in for a year. Maybe I worked in the writers' room for a year. I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm out of here. I don't know, have an extensive enough knowledge about that to like really say it, but in my gut, I'm like, I feel like all like the big comics were like,
probably ebbs and flows, right?
Well,
maybe
it's not that they didn't want to do that. They all definitely would have done it.
But like I was just reading one on Mulaney, and I think he was in New York or something like that, and he's like, I did it for a year and I fucking hated it. I hated it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he wrote when he was like young.
Yeah, I think he was very young.
Yeah. And I think the writer's room there can be, I don't know anything about it. Like, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, I know just about as much as anybody.
Yeah.
I think it can be, like, pretty shitty as far as, like, just a bunch of, like, Ivy League kids.
Right. And you talk about competitive and cutthroat and shit like that. They'll probably step on your fucking mother's neck, So, I mean, I think this is, like, the best thing that's ever happened to you, no?
No. bro, no. No, it is funny to have people say that shit.
Yeah.
Like, this probably helped you, right? I'm like, no, dude. No.
Like, there is such thing as bad publicity.
At least it helped you with, like, having friends in New York. Like, people don't hate you anymore, right? Because you're not going to be the successful one.
Oh,
it's like, all right.
True.
Everybody loves you again.
True.
You won an award, bro. Come on.
Yeah, true. No, now it's like... Once you get like a green light publicly for people to shit on you, every single person on earth.
Oh yeah, man,
will
we
shit
know
on
that.
you.
Yeah,
Preaching to the choir, bro.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that vibe, but if you could go back, you wouldn't want to do it again. Would you?
I think I would do it again. I mean, it's a pretty big learning experience, and I'm still gonna do stand up regardless.
Oh yeah, but I mean, when I say do it again, meaning. Like the SNL process or the podcast jokes or whatever.
The podcast jokes.
What would you have changed if you could change anything?
I couldn't change the podcast. I love the podcast. It's a fun podcast, so I would have to keep that. And also, I was doing it. It's pretty easy to like say wild shit on a podcast when you're an open micer in Philadelphia, who feels like I don't know, when you're not getting opportunities, you get real fucking jealous and bitter and fucking angry. Like I'd go every day. I'd get on that podcast and be like, fucking Broad City is fucking gay. Like, every day, dude. Every day I was just saying shit like that. And then I moved to New York and immediately started getting opportunities. And I was just like, oh, maybe I was a little jumping the gun there on the white guys aren't getting opportunities. My bad.
Yeah.
But, no, I always loved the podcast. Did it yesterday. Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. Dude.
Yeah, go to give it
Do you
then
think
the
they
SNL
knew,
audition, I would have done that too. I have to do that too.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I could have said no to that.
Do you think they knew what they were getting into and they just did not what they were getting into? You know what I fucking mean.
Yeah.
And then like they didn't care until everyone else cared.
Public, yeah.
I don't know.
If they saw
maybe.
you do stand up and you were
They
telling
saw
jokes
my
out of the
stand-up.
audition, I would imagine they couldn't have been shocked to find out there was some off color shit on the podcast.
I don't know. It was interesting because during
I would love to be a fly on the wall
I know
for this whole process.
it was pretty funny. Like when the NBC like publicist called me. So Lorne Michaels called me on 9/11.
Jesus
He called me on September 11th and was like, "Hey, we like you. We're gonna go straight to cast." And I was like, "Damn!" So that's when it becomes cool as fuck. Where you like in your head you start.
Yeah, 9/11, man, awesome,
9/11,
cool as shit.
Second best 9/11 in my life. But that's when it got like real weird and surreal. Like I thought about like in the beginning my name being like Shane Gill, the fucking SNL,
definitely
the black and white like
yeah
fucking
with the
intro.
yeah.
And I think you can put your friends in that, which would have been. I was like calling my friends from home. I was like, "Yo, come to the bar with me for this." Anyway.
Yeah.
And then the NBC publicist called after him and was like, "Hey, we're gonna announce tomorrow." So I only had 24 hours.
Jesus Christ.
And they were like, "They're gonna do a deep dive on you. Like, are you ready?" And I was like, "I never really post jokes on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. I'll just delete my Facebook right now."
Yep.
Because I wasn't using it anyway, and who knows what the fuck I had on there from 2006.
Dude, I was like,
get rid of the blackface.
yeah. And then they were like, "Anything else?" And I was like, "I have a podcast that like, I say like gay and retard on." And they were like, "All right." And I was like, I was like, I never said the N-word. I never said the N-word.
I can guarantee you that.
I think we'll be all right. And then literally 4 hours later, I was like, oh, shit.
That's
the
crazy.
C word
Like,
got me.
That's crazy that they just like you told them you had a podcast like after they'd hired you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that like
Well, they don't
probably
hire comics. They hire improv
Actors
people
and
and actors.
yeah.
But even if
they
you're
don't
like
have
during the
podcasts.
hiring process, you'd think they'd throw you a Google.
Yeah.
I mean, this is their fault. This is fucking their fault.
yeah,
Dude.
If you
true.
Google
You should
Shane
sue
Gillis, I'm
them.
sure your podcast comes up, right? Like the HR at NBC wasn't like, let's just check them out.
You know what I bet it was? I bet they were like, all right, let's do this. And then they look at like the catalog of the library and they're like, this is a lot. I don't know. It's probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
probably
1,000 hours
That's-
from.
Who's
yeah.
going to, we only got 24 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's physically impossible. So it would be good.
Someone tweeted that to me recently where they're like, I listened to the old KFC radios. I can't believe like Fights hasn't been canceled. I was like, the best thing is that there are like 600 episodes. I don't know which one you're talking about. Neither does anybody else.
I might have said it. Probably did. Maybe didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Is like nobody's gonna really get you unless it's something that pussies want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right,
So like
right.
Kevin Hart got caught with the Oscars or whatever. It's all like pussy theater kids' dreams. Then they'll try to take those from you. Like SNL was like every improver's.
It's like, I can't get it. It's,
Dream.
again, it's that competitive
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nobody's
stay
gonna-
working at a shit company, like an evil company. No one wants to work at Barstool Sports.
Yeah,
no
dude.
one nice wants to work here.
Right,
So
right.
who fucking cares?
Yeah, it is easy for people to dismiss you guys.
Which is
You know,
like, go ahead. Fucking keep doing it. Like, it's working out.
Yeah, man.
How many more months do you think you'll like even talk about it?
Yeah,
Like,
are you
like-
so sick of
Oh,
even doing
probably
this right
forever. No, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
I'll
Really?
talk about I don't care. I'll talk about it.
But you must
Yeah.
get like sick of it a little bit, where you're like, all right, well, yeah, like it sucked.
I'll
it was
tell you
a-
when I get sick of it, like after shows, like a dude will come up and be like, "Hey,
man,
those
that time."
fucking Asians." I'll be like, "All right, man, chill." Or
I
like,
was joking. You're not.
yeah, like I'll be on stage and people will be like, "Fuck SNL," and I'll be like, "All right, thank you." Like, it's not like that, but
Has there
No,
been
I don't
any-
care.
And so now you're back on your usual clubs and circuit. Like
Yeah,
has
man.
that suffered at all or anybody?
No, that's
I feel like
helped.
that
That's
might be
helped.
where that's
Yeah,
where the community like kind of rallied around you and like standing up for joke telling and all that kind of shit.
yeah, for sure. Just headlining, going around headlining, which is great.
Yeah.
Just on the road, trying to get like a good hour so I can put out a special.
Yeah.
And then
Do you know how you're gonna put it out? I feel like it's like so different now with like
Yeah,
like
I don't
Schultz in particular, where it's like just
yeah, but
YouTube.
I think he just signed to a network.
That's what I think he did.
He was like,
yeah.
I'm doing it my own way.
He was
until
here
that
like
check came.
2
Yeah.
months ago. We're like, never.
Who
No,
needs
like,
them?
we were like 7 figures. He's like, never. I'd never sign up.
Oh, really?
For it.
That's
I was like, yo,
great.
congrats, man. Who was he? I can't tell you. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, he's loyal to the industry. He's like, I'm not going to give up the name.
I'm
No.
all for it. I mean, always sell out. Always sell out. If
I'll
you get the
sell
opportunity to sell out, sell the
Yeah,
fuck
dude,
out.
I took
dude.
SNL right away.
Yeah.
Done.
I was shitting on SNL forever, and then as soon as they offered me, I was like, "It's a dream, dude."
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
guarantee, like every other comedian, the same way. Like it probably is similar. Mulaney doesn't like it, or you don't need to do it anymore. Maybe not the same prestige.
Yeah.
But any chance you can be in the same conversation as like Eddie Murphy and guys,
Yeah, man.
I mean, there's definitely still value in it.
That's
no
how it
doubt.
works, though. It's just like shit talk. Like I think I've talked shit on Barstool. I went through like a I don't like Barstool phase.
So
I didn't like Portnoy.
So,
Thought that guy came off like a cunt, and then
Came
I watched
off,
it.
like he currently does not anymore. I mean,
No. Then I started watching it more and understood the bit a little bit more.
It's not
no,
a
you-
little
It's
bit.
not a bit?
You know that.
You're probably more correct in your immediate
Yeah.
assumption of Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like an
Yeah,
alt-right chive.
I've always.
Like if the chive was
No,
alt-right.
so yeah, when we started to, or he, I should say, started to touch more into the politics, like the union thing and the AOC and Donald Trump Jr. Like he didn't give a fuck about any of like the practices behind it. He just wants the attention, basically.
Yeah,
I always said he's like Walter White and Heisenberg. Like in the beginning, good intentions, and then like he went full just like rich asshole now. Which again, sell out. If you
That
can
happens.
do it. Yeah,
That happens.
I aspire to do it one day myself.
Yeah, dude.
But
Yes.
yeah, I mean, you can definitely hate us. We do too. So.
Yeah,
I don't hate Barstool. I don't hate Barstool at all. I think Barstool's it's like somewhat honest journalism. It's
Somewhat.
I
It's
would
like
say
the
honest, yes.
closest to
Journalism,
honest.
maybe not.
Yeah, I saw
What-
you tweeting yesterday. What were you tweeting about?
What was I tweeting?
I don't know. KFC was talking shit on. Were you watching some Comedy Central?
Oh, I wasn't talking shit. I was astounded by it though. Aquafina's new show.
Oh yeah.
I like stumbled upon it, and it's like the episode. The series technically starts like
know why
Thursday.
I brought that up.
But
My
they
bad.
did a They did they call it a sneak peek. They just ran the episode last night. So I was like, isn't this the premiere? Anyway, episode 1 is just completely about queefing. Like, she's farting out of her pussy on the show. She goes into the studio and farts into a microphone, and they make a song about it. They say queef like 60,000 times. I was like, this is the bravest shit I've ever seen. Like, this is like, I was like, I never thought I'd say brave and queef in the same sentence, but like, here we are. It reminded me of like when Chappelle was like, when him and Neil Brennan were like, fuck it. Like, we're probably going to get canceled anyway, so let's just like, from day one, they did Clayton Bigsby and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, when your very first episode is just going to be queefing, you're rolling it. I mean, I guess.
Does anyone know what a queef is? Like, do you honestly know what a queef is?
It's just
What?
air.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, what are we in 5th grade?
I don't know what it is.
It's just like air coming out of your pussy.
Yeah, but like, how does it happen?
It's a pocket of air that
Yeah,
gets
it's
stuck up there.
Sometimes it just popped out.
How? How does it get stuck up there?
Well, in
Sometimes
this
a dick.
episode, she gets kicked.
Yeah, sometimes I've been
So
present for those ones.
in this episode, she gets kicked in the pussy by a little kid and like breaks her pussy. She's like, "Oh, my vag," and then she's queefing the next like 2 days.
Damn, so a Lady Comic's first episode was just my vagina. No, I
Play
don't
the hits. Play the hits, man.
I don't think she's a comic. I don't know her.
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, she's
I think
an
she
actor.
started as like
She
a
made songs. I feel like she just
spoof-
does.
spoof rapper at
Yeah,
first. And
yeah.
now is a legit rapper and famous actress.
Yeah, it's just tough for the white guys out here, you know.
White guys are
And
struggling.
I mean, she's
bro.
Asian, so clearly
Look,
Shane's got her problem.
No.
The quotes that you responded to yesterday, kind of filling in the blanks for like the rest of the quote, which was what they said like that you can't be racist against Asians or something to that extent.
No,
You can't offend Asians.
It was
whatever.
from like 2000. First off, it was from like 2015. That quote. Like I was like 4 years into stand up, so a lot of bad quotes.
Right.
But this was a good one. Thank God, dude. Finally, I had a good quote back then.
Needle in a haystack, man.
Yeah, it was the one good one. No, we ran this show. It was a fucking really fun show. Me and my friend Matt McCusker. There was like a flat screen behind the comic while they were on stage, and it was a group text of other comedians about the comic that was on stage. And it was an anonymous group text, so you could just say the worst shit in the world about whoever was on stage, and only the audience saw it. It was
While they were performing?
While they were trying to perform.
That's
So
an
and
unbelievable
you can put up like
idea.
GIFs and memes and all that shit. It was really fun. But because it's anonymous, the 5 comics that are in the group text are saying the worst shit possible.
Yeah.
Like the worst shit possible.
Yeah.
Now, I would keep the panel diverse.
Yeah.
So,
Equal opportunity
like,
hatred.
if a word came up that you weren't supposed to say, we could all be like, it was that guy. But a journalist came to watch the show, which was cool. And after the show, the quote was like, because I was just talking about how like you could see the audience cringe on certain things. Mm-hmm. Like at the time, police brutality was like, it was like 2015.
It was popping.
It was popping off. It was popping. And so any jokes about that, like the crowd would get very upset. But other than that, you can make fun of anything. And then in the interview, I was like, and also like with race, you can just openly make fun of Asians. And white people will laugh, which is entirely hypocritical. Like
Yeah,
it's
no,
blatant.
I
mean, it's pretty
crazy.
accurate.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
Insane
you know what?
people.
There's a ton of them, and they're stereotypically smart.
Ton of them.
There's a ton of
Christ,
Asians.
dude.
Tons of Asians out
True,
there.
there
and
are.
they're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
So I think they're fair game.
and hey, let me add to it. No,
Let that one
they're
linger
funny.
there.
Yeah.
And they're funny.
I think Asians,
Dude.
fair game.
Asians are funny. Different cultures are funny.
Yes, they're
It's
so
just
weird.
funny.
Yeah.
Accents are funny. White accents are funny.
Yep.
Accents are funny.
It's
I don't
true.
understand what the
Yeah. No,
an Asian
I mean,
accent is funny.
just inherently
It's
the R's
funny,
and the
bro.
L's is just funny, man.
So is an Australian accent.
Australian accents. Those ones I'll jump. Australian
Beer can.
accents.
Yeah.
Southern accents are my favorite. But yeah, there's-
Southern's hilarious.
You can just,
give me the Irish brogue. I mean, we do it
oh,
all
actually,
the time. Come on.
Irish accents. I don't know. God damn. Now I'm on the pressure. I feel like I'm
Pressure? Yeah.
I feel like I have.
You gotta do
I
the
feel like I
fucking-
got a lot of the pressure here. Yeah. You gonna say answer the end of the question? That's fucked up. as you were.
You're always
Oh,
out
nice.
of breath as you do it too.
It is. You take a big breath, and then you just don't stop ever.
Yeah, I get fucked up trying to. The only way I can do it is like Conor McGregor.
That's
He's
all.
like I will have my redemption. Like that.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Strong accent.
The pausing too.
I got a good Connor and Nate Diaz. Nate's good. They fucking Like I have a bit. It's fine. I'm here running bits at Barstool.
Dude, we've had that before with comedians where
we learned that. Like, that's a thing.
But we had it like
should've.
Bert and like Bill did it, and it's like they're so good at it. We thought we brought it up, and we're like, wow, that's really fucking funny how they had.
They're using our conversation.
And then we went to see them because then they're like, oh, we're playing at Madison Square tonight. You want to come? We're like, yeah, definitely. And we're like, dude, we were talking about this today, and he's doing it on stage. And it's like, what fucking assholes are we thinking? Yeah, we're the ones who helped them come up with that.
Yeah,
fucking
Bill needed our help. We're the fucking biggest morons in the world. Are you worried, or do you feel at all that there's like a little bit of you're under a microscope now? Or spotlights on you to say shit.
Yeah.
Because I felt that with even just in general as we got bigger. Like I used to like, and it makes you sound like a troll almost, but I used to like the anonymity where it's just like I can fucking pop off about celebrities or whoever, and they're not gonna see it, and if they do, they don't care. And now we're at a point where like it might make its way back to them, and you might have to like answer for it.
And you might
it's
see
like I was,
them. Now you're gonna meet them.
Right. It's like I was just joking, but now I gotta take care, and especially if like, Are you censoring not censoring yourself, but are you adapting at all?
I'm definitely cognizant of like this could get back to whoever you're talking. So like again, when I started this thing, I was like open micer in Philly, bitter because I was actually like getting good and still not seeing any results because I lived in Philly. That's how that works. You got to leave the city to get good results. But I would sit there and then see other comics, especially like New York comics and LA comics, and I'd be like, well, their fucking special sucked dick. And then like a week later, I'd run into them at like a club and be like, hi, how are you? Hi.
Love your shit.
Such a fake pussy. Oh, man, that was a great special. Like I talked shit on Hassan Minaj for like a year.
Really?
I was furious at Hassan Minaj. And then now one of my really good friends writes for him and was like, hey, do you want to come to a taping? And I was like, I can't.
Really?
I can't. And that'd be too hit.
Yeah,
that'd be
that's
such
true.
A
you got
bitch move.
Yeah.
You know?
Had he like ever acknowledged it or
no?
something?
In fact, he probably didn't know until right now.
Your own personal.
But yeah, I'll be honest about it. I was angry about his. I don't know. That's how it went.
It's also like I don't even think it's pussy to just. It's like just. It makes sense to be angry when you're not successful, and then like when you do have success, it's just like I don't think it's pussy. It's more like I'm just gonna be a normal human now.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I don't need to lash
It would
out.
be weird to like show up and see someone at a club and be like, by the way, I fucking hated that. That doesn't make you a tough guy.
That would be awesome.
Weirdo.
That would be awesome, dude. If I was showing up right away, day one in New York,
fuck
honestly,
you, you're
I
cool.
Your special sucked. Anyway, I have 10 minutes.
No, but he's right. It's like,
of course.
You don't want to be hypocritical, but you also got I mean, that's normal. You have your opinion. You don't have to like broadcast it every time you see somebody.
But I did broadcast it. Literally broadcast
but
my opinion.
I think you can literally broadcast it. You don't have to personally tell it.
Yeah, this shit doesn't count. This is fake.
No,
Nobody's here. Nobody's going to listen to this. These aren't even on, man.
True.
That's how I always play it.
Nice.
So now just back to the comedy circuit? Like,
yeah, man. Just
no SNL type of job.
Not
like,
right now.
Search.
Not right now. Yeah. No. And my agents fired me. They dropped.
Really?
Me. Yeah.
Oh, that's a little ridiculous.
The agents dropped.
That's
me.
where
they have the same clients on the show and like different clients that were like, oh, you guys represent him. We're gonna leave if you don't drop him. Shit like that.
That's
man.
Okay. Like I said, I wasn't surprised. When I was like, I get it. Like,
They kept
NBC has that,
saying
like,
they kept Jussie Smollett. For real, that agency kept Jussie.
See, that's
Smollett.
where I'd probably be more of a bitter guy now from shit like that.
That's just what the fucking industry is.
Yeah,
that's what literally everybody tells you from day one is like the industry sucks.
Yeah.
And then you're naive. I got there. I was like, no, my agents are friends with me.
They're good.
They're friends with me. My agent, this is fucked up. She unfollowed me on Instagram like 2 days ago, or at least I just noticed it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And then I was like, damn, you unfollowed? Like this personal? What the fuck?
That's cold.
And then
ice.
she was like, I didn't want to. She felt bad about it. She was like, clients were complaining that I was liking all your pictures.
Jesus
still.
Christ.
And I was like, damn, dude, these people are weird.
That's
and
that's legit. That's like that's what people say. Like, oh, a crazy ex-girlfriend and shit like that. That like they know who you follow. They see what you like. That's just like that's fucking insane. It's got nothing to do with you.
comics I don't know complaining. Yeah,
that's fucked. I mean, you wish you live in a world too where that person would like stand up for you, but it's like they can't lose their day job over this shit either.
They can't lose money over following me on Instagram. I understand.
Yeah, that's the game.
But
that's
you're
nuts.
also
representing. Also, she could have just stopped liking the pictures.
True.
Just leave the follow. You know,
get that follow going.
Just don't double tap, bitch.
But I mean, she's representing clients that are complaining that you're liking my Instagram. That's the type of people that are out there.
That's the world, man.
Yeah, man.
Yikes. Well, I mean, you have said it wasn't a good thing, but I do think there's some good to be taken from it.
For sure.
Yeah.
There is definitely some good.
Run with that, right?
Yeah, man.
What, like, let's say, everything goes perfectly for the future. What would it be? Like massive stand-up? You get a show? What do you want?
I don't know. I didn't plan SNL. I just want to be. I just want to be a good stand-up. So like the only thing I'm focused on now is having a good hour, if I can do that, and put that out. Yeah. And I think someone will buy it. I don't think it'll have to be independent, but I'll do it independently if I have to.
You, Soder, and Okerson should just take over the world.
It's a good group.
I mean, funniest fucking guys in the world. Dude. Like, and I mean, there's a couple people I feel like their fame, money, success, or whatever isn't quite on par with how funny they are. You know what I mean? And like that's the crew.
It's a good crew.
That's the crew where it's like if I'm betting,
Soder and Jay are like Jay is. Have you seen him? Have you come? You got to come to a show.
I've never seen him live. Yeah. He's been on this show. But
he just goes off on the crowd.
No, him live is like
it's an experience, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
We had him in
Soder's
here.
Obviously, Soder's special on HBO is fucking great, but Jay live is like, damn, it's great. It's so fun. Yeah,
he's something. He told us a story here about when he was dancing as Winnie the Pooh, like in the hood for birthday parties.
Dude, that's like my favorite story.
And I
love that story.
That was one of those things when we put out that podcast. I was like, I wish I had never said before, like, you got to hear this story in the podcast. It's the best ever, because this one really is the best ever. Like, I wish I wasted it. I didn't waste that bullet. That shit was too funny.
He danced in the Chronic 2001. He's like, I'm dancing to the music that's already on.
Someone's kitchen.
Unbelievable.
You linked up with those guys when you got to New York? You knew them previously or what?
I had opened for one of them first at Helium in Philly. Mm-hmm. I was opening for Jay or Dan there, and then I just opened. I think it was Soder, and then I just kept opening for Soder, and he kind of vouched for me, and then Jay started vouching for me, and then
I feel like from what I know of them too. Aside from being like wildly talented, they're the guys who kind of won't do all the industry bullshit. Like if you're friends, you're friends, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Soder's not dropping you because of some.
I mean,
heat, right?
Soder was like, there's a lot of people that weren't that outspoken at all, and Soder was one of the guys that, like, when he did his press run for his HBO special, like not every question, but every interview he did was at least one point asked about me, and he
always went
very openly defended me.
You got a list. You got like an ARIA list of people who didn't defend you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's also Tim Dillon was the man.
Yeah.
Tim Dillon actually just shouted me out on Alex Jones, which is pretty sick.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh no, we made it, dude. We made it.
Tim Dillon was on Alex Jones.
Yeah. Tim Dillon went on it. He's nuts.
It's
dude.
a fucking scene. Even just the pictures of those two, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, bro. But no, I mean the people that defended me are like my favorite. It's like Tim Dillon, Nick Mullen. Fucking Norm Macdonald, like all these, that was pretty exciting. And then, the people
you just have to murder the people who didn't, right?
The people that didn't or were outspoken against me, yes,
kill them in their sleep at night.
I'm gonna get them. No, hopefully because there's no getting them back. You just got to do well.
Yeah, no, but I mean they're kind of. It's not like get them back, but you do well, you succeed.
I'll just taunt them. Yeah. If I do well, but hey, how are you? How's your career?
Who are you? Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But until then, I got to shut up because I got nothing.
I wouldn't say that, man. I feel like you're doing pretty good. So,
right.
What people can see you wear most recently?
This
23rd,
Thursday,
25th?
23rd, 24th, 25th. I'll be at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and then just ShaneMGillis.com for the rest of the tour. I mean, I'm on tour the rest of my life, I think. So I will come to your fucking.
What's your
town.
least favorite place to perform?
Wow. I was just in Buffalo.
Didn't go.
And
it wasn't enjoyable.
No, the club was great and the crowds were good, but the town just kind of fucking stunk, which is surprising to me because I'm from like fucking Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Like it's kind of.
The same.
I don't know.
Similar, cut from the same.
I mean,
cloth.
to just come out and be like Buffalo sucks because I think Buffalo's great, but look at me trying to politic not shitting on Buffalo as a city. The city
like
sucked.
they're like
the people were great. The city
like
sucked.
I'm surprised you're even being like
that's
it was
that's
surprising
all.
to me.
Yeah.
Like Buffalo sucks.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like those. I like
type of-
Pittsburgh. I
Yeah.
like fucking. I don't know.
The people of Buffalo, I think, are used to exactly that.
Yeah.
Good people, bad town.
Well, it's white people. They're great.
Not an Asian in sight. All right, man. We appreciate you.
Yo, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank
Anytime.
you.
Come on through whenever.